asset number, can we just like, once we put it into our system, can we just go grab any part off our shelf, or do we have to grab a certain part?
You're going to grab any part, but in Maximo, if that item is a rotating item, meaning that it has an asset number, it will ask you to select the asset number that you've picked. So, for example, if we have these 4 items, so assuming in this in the storeroom, we have 4 items, right?
Yeah.
And need to issue 1 item. All right, you need to issue 1 of these items, right? Mm-hmm. Maximo is going to ask you to choose of those 4 items. Which one did you pick?
Plays like a serial.
Yeah, you can pick any.
So another question is, if it's an asset number and a serial number, do we have to mark them both, or does it?
Yeah. So I get what you're saying. We just choosing the serial number we're using, and whatever serial number we're using, that's the asset. There you go.
Is that's right, David?
So it's like, yeah, only for track. Yeah, rotate.
You want to show it?
I didn't hear what the question was.
Once they click the serial number, because I'm asking if, that was my question, but if I click the asset, do I need to mark my parts with asset and serial? But they're saying we understand it as, once we click the serial number, the asset number will,
so
generate, it'll populate.
When you click where for serial number, because in Maximo, serial numbers are not unique. Asset numbers are unique. There's nowhere serial numbers are unique. You could have 2 different manufacturers with the same serial number. So what asset enforces is a unique asset number. That's why we track using asset number. Yes, the serial number will always follow that asset number, whatever it is.
That's what track. So,
my other question, when receiving, whoever's doing receiving is going to have the choice of picking the stocking condition. Like if it's a rotating part, they're going to choose that, or if it's not a rotating part, it's a stock item.
Yes, whoever is receiving will have a choice to set the condition of that item.
That needs to be done before then. That should be done according to the PO. We don't want to take issue to have the right to determine if it's rebuild, contract, or stock.
So you want the item on receipt to default to what?
It shouldn't default. It's whenever that purchase order is set up. That's where it should be determined if it's rebuilt for stock. That's in planning.
Okay.
That should not be received. Say so.
We should also be able to look it up so we'll know how we mark it. So they determine it, but we should be able to see it somewhere. And we just pull it up.
When it comes to his document, we put in that purchase order document. We ought to be able to see what condition it is before going any further.
All right. So are you saying you want to look it up? You want it to default? Looking it up, you can always look it up. You have access to that information in Maximo, the condition code. But what you want it is to default based on the PO, right?
Yes. Yeah. Based on the way it's set up, the way the PO is set up.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if we want to go into that PO and just see the stocking condition, if that's what you're saying, but also it needs to be set up that way to where when it comes in, like we returning inventory coming back in, when we put that purchase order in to start the process, we want to be able to see what condition it is.
Okay. All right. So what the notes I've taken is you'd want the condition code of the item being received to default based on the condition code of the PO. All right, cool. I have that in my notes. Okay. Any other questions? Those are good questions, by the way.
Everybody okay?
I got one, Dave. There's another meeting at 11 that Elisa set up.
Yes.
What is that about?
So IBM has set up meetings for your team to go and ask as many questions as possible, and if we need to be retrained. Jerry asked for sessions for your team for retraining, and that's most of these have been set up for materials management to log in and talk to IBM. So if you have any questions, if you want to go through a full training again, I recommend that you go back to jump on that call, and then later on we can touch base on if you have any questions, because they are being paid to retrain you guys and answer any questions. Yep.
So do we need to, in about 15 minutes, get off and go to the other one?
Yeah, those sessions were set for you by request by Jerry for retraining and answering questions that you may have. So,
material management.
I don't think
That's everybody, right, David? That's not just material management, right?
all I know is that the materials management is going to have some sessions with IBM. I don't know whether this is one of them, but I know there'll be some specific sessions for materials management with IBM to go through this. But I don't know whether these ones are. Let me look at my calendar. I'll let you know. If this is a global one, I think we'll just continue.
Yeah, that's what we're getting at. If it's everybody, we just I think we want to continue, right?
Okay.
As long as we can.
because this is one-on-one, will be one of 1,000 questions.
Yeah, so that one is global, so we can continue with this. Yeah,
Thank you.
but it's not my call; it's your call. I'll be here if you want me to be here. If you want to jump on call, that call, you know. Yeah, and I can see it's not everybody. I'm not sure whether it's everybody on this team. Anyway,
Yeah, they said this is better, so we're doing this. Can you continue with this?
yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. I'll continue.
And that's what's happening.
We're talking in a lot of.
Right. Well, we did this. If y'all have some email questions, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was thinking about your shipment question right now.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, because we're almost
He
leaving.
had something, what?
Well, I mean, I had a couple.
Well, that's what we go through each one.
But I mean, can we go through the step by step? Because I mean, it's like he's showing. I can't really see.
That's why we're trying to get you to share on there. And I know we started to go late.
Yeah.
But this was like, so we could look up and all of us had questions. It was, but I had no idea that it was going to be that blurry.
No, but I mean, still, I mean, even at that point, can we walk it through?
You're saying go through a receiving process.
Yeah, because I mean, he's going through it. I'm catching you.